So thinking about finding a triple net, are they difficult to find in this market? Triple nets can be difficult to find because it's a law of supply and demand, just like any other investment. The triple nets, though, because of the level of risk associated with them being so low, makes them so similar to bonds or other type of safer investments. And the fact that clients want to be involved in real estate. They like the sexiness, the attractiveness, whatever the case is of real estate. Especially when it's dealing with brand names like Citibank or Bank of America or Walgreens. So triple nets are always going to be in demand. They always have been. But in this time when interest rates are so low on competing investments, they can be very, very attractive. And that forces simply the supply down. Now, we track about 450 triple net leased investments on the West Coast, going pretty much all the way from California all the way into Utah into Texas. 450 properties, the latest list. What I do on a weekly basis is narrow that down to the top 5 for each area that we consider over $2 million and each area under $2 million. So when we look at the areas we're talking about of San Jose, the South Bay area, we also look at Southern California, and then we look at the entire Western United States. So basically, Northern California, Southern California, the Western United States. We track these so we can help make recommendations for triple net leased investments, because there are plenty of investments there. It's just finding the right criteria that meets your needs and what you're looking for. So if you've got let's say a list, for example, of 5 different things you want in a triple net leased investment. The first might be location. Has to be in a highly populated area. It's got to be a long-term lease. It's got to be brand name. It's got to have a certain amount of cash flow or cap rate return on it, and so forth. Any of these criteria that you have, if we can find 3 or 4 of the things that are most important to you in that criteria out of the 5, we can find a triple net leased investment that's going to be quality product. And it may be that the changes in that property over time meet that 5th criteria. But if you're in demand that you have to meet all 5 of those criteria, then you might not be able to find the triple net that you're looking for. So let me give you an example of some of the success that we've had with clients. Just a few from left to right here. We've got property up in Fairfield, California. There's a Pizza Hut that a client bought. We've got a T-Mobile that a client bought that's in Hayward, California. I have a Popeye's Chicken down in Bakersfield, California. Another Burger King down in Bakersfield, California. A Starbucks strip center with Round Table Pizza. It was in Oakley, California. So this kind of gives you an idea of the variety of the locations that you can go to that don't have to necessarily be in downtown San Francisco or downtown San Jose. Okay? So besides the criteria, besides finding properties that are a little more outside the area that can meet your needs at what you're looking for, when you think of leased investments and triple nets, it doesn't stop at just single tenant leased investments. Triple net also includes mom and pop tenants that they pay all of the expenses in addition to the rent, and there's very little management as far as that goes, but it could be in a very busy area that'll always stay rented. So there are other combinations of things you can do to meet 3 or 4 of the criteria. For example, a strip center with multiple tenants, as opposed to having 3 or 4 separate triple net properties, combining that in one shopping center might get you what you're looking for. So anyway, yes, are they hard to find? Yes. Do we do our best to help track them and help you find it and have success? Yes. And we've done that very well for our clients in the past. We'd like to sit and talk to you a little bit more about what your criteria are and see if we can find something to fit at least 4 of those 5. Thank you for this question.